family will warm you up. A couple of announcements. I talked to Pastor Jim this past week. He was in church on Wednesday to videotape another sermon, and he comes on Wednesday nights to listen to the ladies rehearse the music. But anyway, I'll say a setback. I'm not sure it's a setback. He just hasn't, his blood count is not coming around like they expected it to. So he's going to be continuing on with chemotherapy. He looks great. I told him, I said, for a sick guy, he looks pretty darn good. You know, he's hasn't lost his hair or any of those typical chemo type of things. He said he was well enough. He was down with his son and daughter-in-law and their family in Virginia for Christmas, and very, very positive. Well, it's Pastor Jim. You know, he's very positive, very upbeat, and again, the 10 minutes I talked to him, just a fun, upbeat person to be around. So we will obviously continue our prayers for him, for his doctors. He's going to see another specialist. I don't know if that was this week or when it is, but see another guy, and hopefully they can get him on track to continue his treatments. The other announcement, just real quick, we'd like, if there's anybody here that had signed for the call committee, if you could just meet after church for a few minutes. They want to get contact phone numbers and email and that kind of thing started. We're going to continue, as we had said before, we're going to continue with that. And actually, I think Pastor was going to try to either be here for the first meeting, and if he couldn't get here, he would do a Skype thing over the computer so that he could address the call committee and go for there. Did you have something? Go ahead.
About the call committee, no.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to welcome everyone here for worship this morning. And I want to thank Jamie for being our lay leader this morning as well. And today we have a Pastor Jim video sermon, and it is part 3 of Making Sense of Suffering. This is the last part of this topic, and then we go on to a different topic after that. Reminder, please keep putting your messages on the water bottles for Pastor. He, as you know, just loves those and loves seeing all of our messages. And he also wants to know who writes the messages. So if you're comfortable with that, please put your name on them so he knows who it is. And also from Chris Morris, please check your mailboxes. Some of you may have some Christmas cards in there as well. So she wanted me to remind you all of that. And then those who are sick and in need of prayer, this is a list that I received from Chris, so if I miss somebody, please shout out and help me out here. But we have Ron Kep, who has a bad case of the stomach flu. He's been sick for a while now, pretty bad stomach flu. We have Judy Queen, has a respiratory illness. She was not at church last night, so she is still recovering from that. Carl Kep, recovering from pneumonia. I think the key word here is recovering, so hopefully that is a good indication. Jean Naylor, Pam Christian's mother, recovering from back surgery and is now in, I always forget the name of the nursing home.
Keystone Point.
Keystone Point in LaGrange, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure that she would love to receive cards from us as well, and I know that the address is in the bulletin, so please look for that. And then Dorothy Stefanik is also recovering from a bad case of the stomach flu. I talked with her the other day, and she just is having a hard time kicking it. So please keep her in your prayers as well. I would like to add Tom Merrill, as he is going to see the doctor on the 10th of January and find out what the next step in his treatment is for his cancer. So we want to keep him in our prayers as well. And also Lynn Jelowek and his wife Marianne. Marianne's mother passed away on Thursday, this past Thursday. So she was 92, I believe. Passed away suddenly but comfortably, and she didn't suffer beforehand or anything. So to quote Lynn, you know, that's the way to go. So they don't have the arrangements yet, but I do have, her name is Kaiser Harmon is her last name. So we can look for that, and if you'd like to attend the wake, you can take a look for that. Is there anyone else that I may have missed? Okay. And as a reminder, communion weekends this month in January will be January 14th and 15th, so next weekend, and then 2 weeks from then, which is the 28th and 29th. And then in between, we'll have another Pastor Jim video sermon. And then February, the communion weekends will be the 2nd and 4th weekends. That's the 11th and 12th, and then the 25th and 26th. And again, the non-communion weekends will have a Pastor Jim video sermon. On the communion weekends, we'll have a guest pastor. The St. John's Light 516 outreach meeting, our next meeting is scheduled for next Sunday, the 15th, immediately after service. Everyone is welcome, so just come to the meeting. That doesn't mean you have to join the group. You can come to a meeting, see what we're all about, see what we're talking about. You can share your great ideas on any kind of outreach, great ideas for craft and gift sale fundraisers as well. And I want to thank everyone on behalf of Women's Council. They would like to thank everyone who donated the pet items for Friendship APL and mittens, scarves, hats, etc. for the Blessing House. Those have been delivered. And we're going to continue our outreach through the month of January for St. Joe's Homeless Shelter. Your outreach team, Light 516, has donated 6 pairs of winter boots already, but they're still in need, of course, especially in this cold weather, of men's winter boots, sizes 9 through 13. If you can put it in the lobby next to the cart for primary purpose, which I'll talk about in a minute, that would be great. There are a couple examples of boots out there. You can get nice warm boots just like those at Walmart for about $19. So just something to think about. And then also for primary purpose, we're going to extend that outreach through January. That is a new sober living shelter in Elyria. And so far, your outreach team has donated 120 pounds of frozen chicken breasts, but they are in need of non-perishable food items until their approvals go through for second harvest. So there's a marked cart in the lobby for that as well. And then there's also brochures in there if you want to see and find out a little bit more about primary purpose. And that is all of my announcements. We'll turn it back to Jamie.
Well, let's begin then by sharing God's peace. Well, I was filling.
That's Sadie. Thanks for the Christmas card. Is it like a regular? Beautiful. They don't have a beautiful one, Bob. It freezes. Oh, I gotta go. Take care of yourself.
Splendor of a king, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide. It trembles at his voice, trembles at